Meat City, baby. Hello and welcome back to Meat City Gaming. JD here with another episode of Battle Bites here in World of Tanks console. And wow, I've got a special one for you today. We have the latest Earn Op. I guess that's the name for the operations that Wargaming has come up with whenever you get to earn a free tank. And the latest Earn Op is called American Dream Machines. What we're going to do in this video is go through the operation very quickly. I'm not going to read the post here. I hate videos that just read what's on the screen. If you want to see what's there, you can go read it yourself. I'm going to give you the highlights. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to put up a chart that I've put together using the same calculations I've used in the past for these type of operations that will help you figure out, based on what type of player you are, how skilled a player you are, you'll be able to figure out how much time you'll need to invest in the game during the operation to get the reward that you want. So, American Dream Machines, we can see here, it's going to run from May 2nd until May 29th, basically the entire month of May, just short of that. So, it is a very long event, which you might think initially is a bad thing. It's going to be kind of a long, exhaustive grind, but I think when you see the rest of the operation, you'll agree that a long event time is a good thing. So what we have going on here is the way that you earn points. So this is again a points event, and it's similar to the past, where you can earn either 5 points, 3 points, or 1 point in each battle that you participate in. And how you earn those points is based on how you finish on your team based on XP. So much good stuff there. Again, every battle you're going to have a chance to earn points, and it's based on XP. It's not based on kills. It's not based on winning. It's not based on damage. You can just play the game you want to play, and if you are having a positive outcome on the game, whether it's spotting, whether it's tracking, it's assistance damage of any kind, it's direct damage yourself, defending the cap, whatever it is, if you're earning XP playing the game you want to play and being effective, you will have a chance to earn points. You'll be rewarded, which is fantastic. And that's going to be the theme here. This is the best event that Wargaming has put out ever in the history of World of Tanks console, and as far as I know, in the history of World of Tanks anywhere. I haven't seen an event with this much win in it. I'm super excited. So the other good news, you can see here, the op is repeatable, which we'll get into, available to all nations. So yes, it's a month-long event, but you're not stuck in any tanks, and available to vehicles tier 3 or higher. So any tanks you want to play. It's not like the Motherland or the Fatherland event where you were stuck in your Soviet tanks for a week and you were grinding them out and you were getting sick of it. Play whatever you want. Play your good tanks because you want to have good results, but you can play your T110E5 one game, and then you can jump into your Cromwell the next, and then you can jump into your Batchat the next. You can play whatever you want. You can keep mixing it up. It's so good. Everything about this operation is really, really good. I'm super excited. I really want to get the feedback out there that everything that I'm seeing so far, I'm really pumped about, and I really appreciate. So let's get to the star of the show, the rewards. And yes, it's plural this time for these operations. So you can see here, you earn points throughout the mission, and at any time you can cash in your points for one of the prizes. There's nothing that indicates these are chained in order. I don't believe that is the case. If it is, that would be a big negative here, but I don't think that's true. I think these will all just be options. You can trade in your points whenever you want. You can get the reward. Some of the rewards have choices within them, which is also good, and they're repeatable. So you're not just doing one and done. You can keep doing the operations if you want. So there's a lot of choices here. Obviously, there's a 15-point option, super low bar to entry, super low amount of effort to complete, and you can get a couple of boost ops. And you can go all the way up. You can see here there's various levels of points required. The top level reward requires 1,000 points, and you can see the reward here is very hefty. It is a 7 days of premium, plus the reward for 4x boost ops, and you get 15 of those. And on top of those two things, you get to select either a tier 8 premium medium tank, which has not been sold very often, the T95E2, which is one of the tanks that I have. I got in the Founders Pack a while ago, and it's a good American medium tank, or 3 million silver. And those options are carried throughout here. You can see there are a number of premium tanks that are available, and there's nothing stopping you from getting all of them if you want, other than your own time. You'll see when we go into how many games and how much time is going to be required to earn these tanks, that's going to be the limiting factor. But you can set your sights for any of these, and you can set it for any reason. One thing to keep in mind, if you're looking at earning silver as a reward, take a look at tier 3, the number 3 reward. For 75 points, you can get 120 silver. And the number 5 reward, for 225 points, you can get 360,000 silver. So you can see 75 points is 120,000. That equals out. When you go to the higher numbers, like number 7 reward, there you're earning 500 points. So more than double the points you need from drop number 5, but you're only getting 600,000 silver, which is less than double the amount of silver from drop 5. And the reason is because you're also getting 7 days of premium time. So if you're looking to earn silver, consider whether you also want the premium time or not. Personally, I buy my premium time when it's on sale for half off. Usually that happens around Black Friday or Christmas. So, usually it's twice a year. You can get a year of premium time for half off. It's a great deal. So I get my premium time then. So I would not look to get premium time as my reward. I would look to, if I was going to get silver, get just silver, so you're getting the most bang for your buck. Silver for me, if you're not a regular premium player, you play a regular account most of the time, unless you're going to play like 12 hours a day on your premium days, then you'll get your worth out of it. If you're just a casual player and you don't play with a premium account and you're not getting one of the tanks, go for straight silver. I think you'll get more bang for your buck that way. But if you're looking at this like I am, there are some great tanks that I don't have here that are available for free from this operation. So we've got the tier 3 M22 Locust. We've got the tier 5 Ripper Patton. I believe it's a Patton variant. It's the tier 5 Ripper, not the same one on the PC. The tier 7 Lycan T71 light tank. That's the one I'm going for. I missed that in the Monster Mash event because I went for the Kaiju. Oh god, that tank is bad. But I really, really want the Lycan, so that will be my prime target in this operation. The M41 Brazilian Bulldog, that is not the autoloader version. That's the one with the derpy, I think it's a 90 millimeter. It fires a whole bunch of types of HE ammo. And then the T95E2, the tier 8 medium tank. So I'm not going to go into too much detail on those tanks other than that brief review. I may do that in a separate video, kind of highlighting the strengths and the main points of those tanks to help you focus on which one is the right one for you. But for right now, we're going to just look at the rest of the post here, and then we'll switch over to the chart. And we can see here points carry over. So if you've got 250 points and you buy the 225 point drop, your 25 points roll over. Again, great decision. And if you already own the prize vehicle, you'll only get the silver reward. So you can't get the tank and then get refunded in gold. So if you're thinking that that's an option, it's not. You're only going to be able to get the silver option if you already have the tank at that prize. So also during this event, American vehicles are on sale. The Tech Tree tanks have nice discounts here. 50% for tiers 3 to 5, 30% for 6 and 7, and 50 for 6 to 8, and 15% off for 9 and 10. That's awesome. So if you're playing your American vehicles and you're looking to unlock the next one, they're on sale too. So another great tie-in. And then finally here, you might want to be playing your American tanks because there's a chance to earn the Patriot Medal if you're able to destroy 500 or more enemies while you're in a US vehicle. So note, this is not required for the earning op. You can play any tank you want for those, but if you happen to be playing some Americans, you'll be working towards the Patriot Medal. And that's going to wrap it up. Other than that, there are a ton of bundles being sold right now, including some mega bundles with quite a hefty selection of tanks available. So if you're looking to really blow out your collection of tanks, there are some interesting American options here in the store. feel free to check those out and decide if one of them is right for you. But let's get to the star of the show, the chart, so you can figure out how much time you're going to need to allot for this operation. So taking a look at the chart, what I've done here, if you haven't seen one of my charts before, I break it down into basically 10 categories of player. So that those are the vertical columns starting on the left and working to the right. What I've done there is basically tried to put in 10 categories of player from lowest skill to highest skill. As you can see all the way to the right, that column is for the player that expects to get first place in terms of XP on their team every single game they play. The Super Unicum who never misses. So that's why there's 100% result for getting first place. And then we step down from there. The ninth column, the second one from the right is half the time you get first place, half the time you get second or third. So you're getting 5 points in half your games, you're getting 3 points in the other half. And then we go all the way down to the far left column. That's the player who's getting fourth or fifth in half their games. So that's 1 point in those games. And then in the other half of their games, they're finishing outside the top 5, which you're not getting a point. So you can see if you use those selections, I've calculated the average number of points you can expect to get per game. And then I have the various tanks below that: the Locust, the Ripper, the Lycan, the Bulldog, and the T95E2. For each type of player, for each category, I've put in the number of games you can expect to need to play to earn the tank, just that tank. And then below that, I have the number of hours that will be required to play those games to once again earn the tank. And the calculation is run assuming 7 minutes per battle. That's you hit the button to queue in, you play the battle, you get knocked out or you win or you lose, and then you queue in, you start your queue for the next battle. So if you play all tier 10 games, your average minutes per battle may be higher, right? They tend to be a little bit slower, a little bit more cautious. And if you're playing at tier 3, you might be able to cut that number in half. You might be playing 3 or 4 minute average battles. So that's a tip to keep in mind. If you have a good tank at a lower tier, even the Cromwell for me, I'm going to be playing a ton of it at tier 6. Those battles happen to be faster. People don't dig in. They don't have as many hit points. You can play a little faster and loose, and you can get a good result in less time, which cuts down your overall time for these rewards. So just to kind of pick a couple of these, I'm going to, again, focus on the Lycan T71 because it is the tank that I'm focusing on personally for this earn operation. If you're the worst player I have here on the chart, half of the time you're getting 1 point, the other half of the time you're getting no points, you can see that it would require 1,300 games to earn that tank, and that would be about 151 hours to do that. And I have to track my hours on a monthly basis for the job that I have, and that's close to the amount of hours I put into my full-time job. I think my job would have that beat by a little bit, but you're talking about a lot of time if you're down at that level. So keep that in mind. If your skills in this game aren't as high, set your sights a little lower. Maybe you'll be able to get the Locust if you don't have it, but you're probably not going to be able to pull off the T95E2. And then on the other hand, the Super Unicum who wants to get the Lycan could do it in 130 games, and that's 15 hours. So that's great. Keep that in mind. One of the great things about the event being a full month is it's not so bad if you can't play every day. Most of the other events were kind of condensed. They either had a 2-week window or a very short window at the very end to complete the last link of the operation, 3 days when you needed to go all out to get that last big chunk of XP in a short amount of time. There's nothing like that here. So if you need to go on vacation, if you need to take a couple days off, I would recommend you set a weekly goal. So whatever tank you need, it's estimating to be 200 games over the course of an entire month. So you set your goal, or whatever your points are, 200 points that you need for whatever you're trying to get. Set your goal at 50 a week. When you get your 50 points in that first week, anything you get over that is gravy. But once you've gotten there, you know you're on track, and you know you don't need to constantly be grinding out the points there to put added pressure on yourself. So I'll leave the chart up for another minute or so you can kind of see how that works and take a look at it and soak it in. If you have any questions, if you see anything that you want clarified or that I made a mistake, please feel free to let me know in the comments below. But I definitely want to encourage you to give your feedback on this operation. Is there something that's not good about it, something that you don't like? Because for me, I'm not a fanboy. I don't want to gush needlessly. I try to point out things when I notice them and make critiques, but everything about this is good. There's no randomness. It is all about player choice. You can choose what tanks you want to play. You can choose when you want to play. You can choose what reward you go for. You can choose to repeat that reward. Everything about this is just, it feels like things that I've been saying are happening. Not because I've been saying them, obviously, but everyone in the community has kind of pushed back on some of the very restrictive options that we had in the past in terms of operations and things that took choice away. And this is the complete opposite, and it's fantastic. I am excited to play World of Tanks for a month coming up here in May. I'm looking forward to it. It's not, oh, I want the tank. I don't want to miss one, so I got to grind through it. I'm excited to get this tank. I'm excited to do it the way I want, and I'm excited for this operation. So if you feel the same way, let me know. If you feel differently, let me know, either in the comments to this video or in the thread where you see this posted. Feel free to chime in. Let's really give some feedback. We like to give feedback when they do things that are wrong. Let's give some feedback when they do things that are right as well. So hopefully you found this video useful. If you did, please feel free to leave a like. I truly do appreciate it. And as always, you can subscribe to Meat City Gaming for your future World of Tanks console content. Thank you for joining me. Good luck with the operation. Let me know what tank you're going for, and I'll see you next time.